So something really fun I got to do on this record was I got to put a little, it's not little, I think it's kind of big. I'm proud of it. It's a piano piece that I wrote, and it's sort of classical sounding, which is kind of fun. I really didn't actually write it for this record. I wrote it just for the love of writing it, which is, for the love of music. So it came from a very pure place. It didn't have any motive behind it. What was fun is you had been conceptualizing, writing this song called This Is the Hour, and you had the thought, let's take those two things and let's put them together. This Is the Hour, the song, probably my top 2 or 3 songs on the record. I love it, and I especially love the phrase you have. I think it's the chorus, everybody make a run for the Father, which is super cool, and it emotes a lot of pictures in your mind, a lot of emotion. But where did that come from?
Yeah, so that phrase, I remember when that came out of my mouth, I felt like it just represented a lot, and I don't even know that when I first even sang it out, if I knew the depths of it. But as you know, I'm so old school with like still wanting to tell a story in an album, like where it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. I love to think that people still listen to records from, top to bottom. And so the overture in general just was this sort of like banner over the whole album that sort of tells you where we're going. And I think that line, everybody make a run for the Father, it opens up sort of after some pretty heavy verses even. But I remember when we had Megan over and I got to play the record for her, my sweet friend, she asked me about that too. She was like, tell me all about this overture, tell me about that line. And as I was talking to her, I just said, it's, I think, a part of this urgency that I have felt about this album. I mean, the fact that it's called This Is the Hour, it feels like there's this bidding. Sort of This Is the Hour is like, it's time to make a decision. This is like a moment of truth. And so it felt like this urging or like a bidding. And I said like an ollie ollie in free. And that's how I said it to her. And I've heard that phrase since
I heard ollie ollie oxen free.
Well, I think there's some confusion about like what the phrase actually is, but immediately I looked at her and she looked at me and I was like, I have no idea why I just said that. And so I look it up in Wikipedia and it's like, oh, okay. So it's a catchphrase like from a kid's game, and we didn't play kick the can. I mean, thankfully we're not that old, right. But we played hide and seek. But it's basically a truce term. So whoever's it, calls out when like either the game is over or like the positions of the game have changed, and you call out to all those who are hiding and you say, they think, it might have gotten changed to ollie ollie oxen free, but they think maybe it was all you outs and free, like calling all you outs and free, calling all of you who are out there hiding to come back to home base.
Come in for free. Come
in for free. You can actually come out into the open without penalty. And so we just kind of sat there in that moment where it was like, we both like, and I even like teared up because it was like, wow, I mean, it feels like an urging from the Father. He's just like, if wherever you've been, like, come out from wherever you are. If you're hiding, like, come back home, come to home base. And it feels like an urging in this moment to that we can all respond to that call to come back to home base.